Good day to all. Good day to all. My first time using the StreamYard and going live here on YouTube, and I guess also on Periscope. Hopefully one of many coming soon. But I just want to take a brief moment because I was looking at a lot of people's different commentary that I follow or subscribe to, which is good commentary. Most of them was talking about the actual KISS for the Lil Nas X performance at BET Awards. I haven't watched BET Awards or many award shows in a long time, but lately it seemed to be an attack on Black masculinity and all these things that people talk about, and we as a culture. So I decided, okay, after several commentaries, different commentaries, which were very good insights and perspectives, I decided to go and find the video and watch it of that performance. What I noticed was more than just at the end where the kiss took place, was about our culture, was how it's presented. See, when you only talk about one thing, but there's more to it, then you kind of don't have a total perspective in conversation. So I'm going to appeal to most of you that have done a good job on your perspective and what you're talking about and what you mean, is the fact that you have to look at from the start to the end, because when you really start having a conversation, especially with the youth, they may question a lot more than the kiss itself. Because, you know, in the mob and Italian, those cultures, they kiss and keep it moving. They shoot to kill, whatever. But if you look at the beginning to the end of the video, the performance, it was not that long. However, it was a lot stated, a lot presented, a lot suggested, a lot told, a lot subconsciously stated while you watching for one thing. So in the beginning, you had a Black queen sitting up there in her natural hair in front of what could have been considered the Sphinx or the Pharaoh. I'm thinking it's the Pharaoh based on the face and facial expression. If you look at that expression, you will find that it was very squinted in the eyes and very looked like it was an angry Black man. The headdress, instead of flowing like it should, it appears to have little short horns at there. So it looked like the Black man was mean and the devil underneath the Pharaoh. Now, later on, as the Pharaoh changed and the performance went, you didn't see the same look, as it gave a different view of it and it turned. However, there was a person in a whole dark cape and outfit that bowed down. We don't know what that was. It was still all about darkness. You had the performer, Lil Nas X, what, if you will, dressed in what was used to be the apparel of what we dressed for in those days, in those African days, which are drawn on most of the walls in the pyramids, books and things. And that's what most of you miss when you used to talk about men in skirts these days and stuff. Well, most of it looked like a skirt back then. But however, you had the top around, the boots, the all the stuff. They made sure that the imagery represented your history, our history of those times. Long before religion, long before those things, a lot of things was copied from that, and a lot of things are still on the wall today that he was dressed in. You had the cobra, which is the cobra stands up straight, look a man in his eyes. That's why it was represented, because it was very high conscience. And so he was wearing that on his headdress. You had all melanated male dancers. That's usually something that you don't see. That's usually different cultures or races involved in that much production. You didn't have that. They made sure that every part of that performance was totally a melanated history of people. When you saw the beginning of just the 6 guys, and then there was another, I think 14 in the back, they was using the snake type movement that they used to wait to dance to, and so a lot of discussions is wrapped around the kiss at the end, but not about how the total African culture was presented. Some comments was about, well, it looked like somebody paid homage to Michael Jackson's video back in the day. But he was trying to pay homage where they was doing a mockery, and you didn't see it. You didn't notice it because you focused on one thing at the end. Would you have a right to say and talk about, because I'm sure for many it was uncomfortable if you're watching it as a family, you had younger children there, and they saw that. And what you fail to understand, they see that anyway. They hear about it. They see it in their cartoons. They are seeing it. Yes, it's an agenda. Yes, but because you fail to have a discussion, now you're almost forced to have discussions you should have been having already. So you have to go back and revisit the performance and say, let me go back to everything before that kiss, beyond that. And then you will find that that discussion is deeper than and more entailed than it should be about just a kiss. So that's what I'm appealing to all of you that have great commentary. But as a culture of people, sometimes we get into the emotional of something and we harp on the one thing, when underneath it all, they're slowly capturing everything else. It's like they're taking things out slowly, they're adding things in. So what they were saying to you is, it started with the Black woman, like you say, this is your history, but this is who you really are. And this is who you're going to end up being represented as the Black male, but of same sex. That's what they're telling your people and yourself. So you got to go beyond just the kiss itself. Look how it started, what was presented, the outfits, everything involved. It represented our history. And it's saying that this is how it's going to change and how it should be represented. That's the conversation you need to be really addressing, because that's what you're going to have to dissect, not just the kiss itself. All right, I'll be looking and paying attention to most of you again.